Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you some new features that I've added to gsworkspace. Just reminder, gsworkspace is an AI canvas in your browser. If you go to gsworkspace.com, you can find a link to GitHub. This is all open source. You can try a demo and you can get instructions on how to run it locally. Okay, so the main new thing that I added this week and on the weekend is Coding Robot. So Coding Robot, that's what I called it, is a right now only Claude Code chat window. So this is just like using the Claude Code CLI. You have to have the Claude Code CLI installed and you have to have authenticated with it. And then the Coding Robot will work like a Claude Code window. And so why did I put this in here? I'm going to show you some useful things, useful examples. So this drop-down menu in my app here, it's got the wrong font. You see, this is something that Claude Code did earlier, and I want to change that font. Now telling it how to fix the font in this submenu, right? I have to remember all the names of things. This is called the scene tab bar, and this is the scene tab bar submenu. Maybe I could say find the menu that has pin current scenes in it. So instead of doing that, I can just take a screenshot in Windows. There's a hotkey. I'm just going to paste it in here. And then I'm going to select this. I'm going to type change this font to sans serif and click send. Okay, I'm going to open this little activity tab. It's going to show what's happening. And so now it's used this image I had selected as context, and it's going to now find that menu and fix this issue. It's going to take a minute or two here to get everything loaded into context, so I'm going to fast forward through that. Okay, so it's done. So if we look, it's fixed that issue. I'll just do one more. So down here, you see at the bottom, there's this save button. And if you were to look close, you'd see it's not quite the height as over here. That bugs me. So I'm going to say, make this button the same height. The buttons to the left. Lots of spelling mistakes. Send that. So I see, to me, this feels real interesting, because I can, especially for UI type things, I just need a screenshot or, clip of some sort of image-based input, and I can type much vaguer prompts. I don't have to be so specific describing this save button in words. Especially, I kind of know how to say it because I've just been making this app, but 3 months from now, I'll have no recollection of what to call this part of the UI so that it can find the code. But from the image, it'll figure it out by itself. Okay, and so it's done. If I take another screenshot just to see here, I'm going to resize them. But if you can probably tell that the margins are a little different, and now it's the same size, so it did what I asked. Okay, so that's a simple example. This coding robot it's got some little capabilities, so you can copy the session ID that lets you go to a CLI and do resume if you wanted to resume a session. It also, so by default in this app, when you download it, the coding robot is going to be editing the app itself. So these were doing, live changes to the code that's running. That took a bit of work in this app to handle hot reloading properly without losing the session and stuff like that. Oh yeah, right. So the activity window here, this is like the little chat session with each prompt. So I kind of separated them out. I'm working on cleaning up the formatting of these JSON blocks, and I still haven't implemented handling when it asks you questions. It shows at the end a little bit that the CLI doesn't show, which is how many turns things took, what LLMs it used, how many tokens for that particular query, stuff like that. So you can also use this to edit Claude Code in other projects. So I've got this other tab here where I've set up a coding robot for another project. This is actually the website. So this website is also a GitHub project. So here I'm going to go in and so the button here, you have to put in the path like this. This is a browser limitation. I can't use a directory picker to do this from the front end. So you have to copy paste the path in there. But now I can say start the dev server for this project. and it's gonna start the npm server so that I can open it in another tab. Okay, so now it's done. It says server's running on localhost 4557, new tab. So there we go. So then if I scroll down here, I've got my features here, and I can, in addition to typing here, you can just run a prompt from text objects in the scene. So I actually am using this basically, as I'm going, I think of things that I want, I find little bugs and stuff like that, features I want Claude to do later, but I'm, busy right now. So I just, make these little text blocks for them, and then I can come through later and just bang through them. So it put a file section like I asked it. Maybe I'm going to edit this later, but, or you can even send multiple at a time, and it will sort of concatenate those. And it's, pretty clever. So even with really simple stuff, just based on the context of what I was doing, it figured out that I want to add, a YouTube line in here and whatever the other one was. Claude Code chat windows. There we go. That's this feature. Okay, so that's how you can use it to work on your other projects. I'll just mention a few other features I added. So I added a Markdown viewer to the text file support. So there's no editing still yet, but if you put in a Markdown file, you can toggle between the raw text and the formatted text. And I put in support for YouTube videos. So if you paste a YouTube URL in, it will become an embedded video object, which you can start and play. So even with a sort of time thing like that. And I added a quick prompting. So the Q hotkey opens quick prompt, make up 3 words, which you can just run, or shift Q does quick prompt for images. So you can say horse in a bar, old timey. If you click run and save, or there was little hotkeys there, it showed you right there, control and enter. It'll make a persistent one that you can run again later. Okay, so those are the new features from the last couple days. And I think this coding robot is real interesting, and I'm gonna do some more with that to work on sort of live editing of the app. Okay, thanks for watching.